Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live stream from Michigan, where today it falls on the 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. So I've got some stuff I want to do tonight, kind of move some things around, a kind of a plan that I set up in my head for moving some crypto around. So I don't want to forget to do that for you guys. But I am here to take questions and do my very best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin and crypto and a little bit of the news. So thanks for joining me. Let's kick this thing off. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. You're here in my downstairs den, spare bedroom, office, whatever you want to call it. Got my rig beside me here, but I'm also working on a new build, which I'm in the way. I think if I get over here, whoa! Oh, my chair's in the way. That sucks. There we go. How's that? All right, so I'm working on this guy over here. I've got the case, I've got the CPU and the motherboard installed. My RGB fans, I've got 6 of them. I got the radiator here. The graphic card here is water cooled, and this case will support, usually your graphic cards go in the slot like this, but this particular case will accommodate a vertical graphic card, and I've got a little adapter to get that going. And of course this is a glass case, so similar to this one, only it's going to be the mirror black version of this particular case. But I'm at the point now where I need to cannibalize this guy. As it turns out, the power supply that I was planning on using isn't compatible with the cabling that I bought. I don't know why the CPU connector has 6 pins instead of 9, or 7 pins instead of 9. It's weird. Anyway, I'm going to have to take this power supply out, cannibalize it. So I'm going to do the live stream, and then I'll get to work on my new build. So next week, you guys should see the new build. So I'm excited about that. Let's go. Oh, and before we get too much further into this, let's go over here. I would like to draw your attention to the description down below, where I've got my affiliate links, Crypto.com, Ledger Nano X hardware, all these links. If you click my link, it helps me out, helps support the channel. We've got the Brave browser link, and then a couple of cryptocurrency exchanges where we'll both get bonuses if you follow my link. And then I've got links to the news stories that I'm going to cover today, so you guys can follow those links. I've got kind of a interesting Michigan one in there. So, whoa, my chair. What was that? That was a epic fail, wasn't it? All right, so there's a lot of people here tonight. I'd like to greet everybody here real quick before we get too far into it. I guess because of the holiday, right? I'm going to pop out chat. And there were some people here early that asked questions. So I'm going to try to skip through the news pretty quick and start addressing your questions. And then we'll go from there. Frank Hugh, thanks for joining. I'm going to cover your little Trezor questions. Kind of it looks like a trick question, actually, but we'll see. Joe Shoemaker, Jim Shoemaker's here. Buddy Love, Dave D, Daniel, Westra, thanks for joining. Zorro is here from the Netherlands. Great. I'm glad to have regular viewers from Europe. I guess one of the suggestions about changing the time here. What's up, buddy? I'm in the live stream. What's up? Honey, please don't do that. No. Sorry, my son. CryptoDad, Jamel, Daniel Westra, Plan X is here. Most assets from Ledger to X. Did you follow up on the video transferring from third-party wallets? Or added bonus, got to leave these pesky kick tokens behind? We did talk a little bit about kick tokens. We can do that a little bit tonight too. Okay, so thank you. Welcome to everybody. I'm going to get to the news real quick. This is the Bitcoin chart today. Kind of volatile day. But interestingly enough, Bitcoin has been kind of boring over the last couple of weeks. And so I have an article, in the Bitcoin is boring is in the title. But this is what we're kind of looking at today. We had some good spikes up to around 61, 60, or 91, 62, 91, 63 here. I think we're comfortably resting about 91.27 here. We've seen Bitcoin bounce below 9,000 several times over the last couple of weeks, and it always seems to get bounce right back. So I'm not a chartist. I'm more of a how-to guy, but I do like to at least bring up what's going on in the market of Bitcoin. It's relevant, but I don't know that much about charts. But my gut feeling is that, if it seems, I guess they call that support, right? When it dips below a certain level and the buyers rush in, I guess that's what they call support. I don't really know. But anyway, so here's our Board with Bitcoin article about the price level and what is needed for a breakout. I don't know. It's kind of like what is needed for rain. After it rains, who's going to wonder why it rained? Clouds are needed, I guess, and that kind of stuff. And everybody's happy when it rains if their crops are failing. So the same with Bitcoin, right? We're all kind of hoping that it goes to the moon. We don't know when it's going to happen. It happened in 2017. We're kind of hoping it's going to happen again. It's been happening with altcoins. There's a lot of good altcoins that are seeing some big price pumps over the last several weeks and or months. So, a lot of us are in this for investment purposes, if not long term, but quick term. They want to get rich fast. Who doesn't? So I'm sure that interests a lot of people. But there's a lot more to cryptocurrency than just its price action, its utility, its its underlying paradigm, the decentralization, the revolutionary way of exchanging value with people is across the room as easily, across the world as easily as across the room, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of good things going on technology-wise surrounding cryptocurrency, more than just the commodity part of it, right? So, but anyway, I invite you to read this entire article. It talks about the current price and its current support and what it kind of would need to have a breakout. And I read through this a little bit, and I guess what they're saying there is that it needs to sort of break over the 10,000 to 10.5 mark, right? And if it can do that, then it might head upwards from there. I'm seeing a lot of articles about Bitcoin's going to be this, Bitcoin's going to be that. Bitcoin will hit 40,000 in 2020. Bitcoin will hit, 100,000 in the next few years. Whatever, we want to see it go up. But short term, it looks like it needs to get past this little hurdle to go up. And then, of course, there's also a bullish or a bearish scenario too in this article. So you might want to check it out. And then we talked last week about ETHEREUM and DeFi, Decentralized Finance, which seems to be the up-and-coming technology of cryptocurrencies, is that it enables sort of financial services. And it's sort of like, you can compare it to the email or the internet was kind of our window to online shopping and online research and social media and all of that sort of thing in the 90s and the early 2000s. Whereas now with cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin wallet, which we talk about a lot in this live stream, we'll talk about it tonight, is going to be the starting point to a whole world of decentralized financial functions of the future, right? Decentralized banking, decentralized lending, decentralized, earnings, on staking, all of that sort of stuff. There's this whole new decentralized financial world that's starting to, that will grow out of the Bitcoin wallet. And, I feel like some of this is getting beyond me now. I don't do a whole lot of research into this new DeFi stuff, so you might want to check it out. I am going to buy a DeFi token today. That was my, for those of you who are interested in that, a lot of people ask me about certain coins and what they think they're going to do and that kind of stuff. But my thing is I'm going to show you how to get your hands on something that might be a little obscure, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. All right. And then I would like to point out that Crypto.com has extended their free or their 3.5 credit card fee waiver on cryptocurrency purchases. So you can purchase cryptocurrency directly on Crypto.com, which is a iOS-based or Android-based cryptocurrency exchange for your phone, with a credit card or a debit card with no fees, which is a pretty damn good deal. Because I'm going to buy some stuff on Coinbase. I'm going to bite the bullet tonight and do a demo on a Coinbase purchase. They always charge you a merchant fee on purchases, right? Even Cash App does too. So this is a good deal. So check out Crypto.com. You don't have to even stake a card to open a Crypto.com account. You can open it for free, connect your bank or your debit or credit card to buy crypto, right? And then you can withdraw and deposit. All right, so let me get to the questions that came up. First of all, let's go over here. Let's finally received my Trezor and was shocked by how few coins are actually supported. Could you discuss or go through adding unsupported coins in a video? Cheers. See you in a bit. Okay, so Frank is lamenting that the Trezor that he bought doesn't support as many coins as he thought it was going to support. There are a lot of people that think that, and I don't mean you, Frank, but there are a lot of people out there that question why Trezor or Ledger Live or whatever doesn't support every cryptocurrency. They're kind of flabbergasted by that. Why can't I buy X cryptocurrency and store it in this wallet? I think it's technical, and there might be some licensing agreements. I don't really know what the barriers are to adding new coins to a wallet. I'm assuming that most of it is technical. Both the Trezor and the Ledger store private keys for various cryptocurrency on their device, right? That's their, their thing, right? But in addition to, and they both have their own interface, right? The Trezor has its own software interface that works in a web browser, and Ledger has its own interface that works as a software application that you download called Ledger Live. And both of those directly support several cryptocurrencies, but not all, right? Now, of course, we can't expect this device to support all cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that are kind of new, and the support for those newer cryptocurrencies, they have their own code base and all that stuff. But there are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that you can store the private keys on this guy, but they're not supported in the quote-unquote base interface, right? So there are a lot of coins out there that you can use and you can, in conjunction with them, their third-party or their proprietary wallets, they'll interface with these guys so that you can store your private keys on here. You just can't view them in the Ledger Live or the Trezor interface. There's a lot of them out there, so I can't really speak. That's like an open-ended question. When you say unsupported coins, I'm assuming you're meaning a coin that needs a third-party interface. And then, or that's a subset of it. And then there's other coins that just aren't supported at all, right? There's a lot of them out there. There's thousands of them. I don't know if I could break them all down for you. But the big ones are, Cardano is one of the big ones that everybody would like to see supported directly in Ledger. There's some other coins, I think Thor, VE Chain, a couple of those where you need third party. And those are all separate questions. How do you do that? But like I said, most coins, if you go to their web page for the coin itself, they'll usually give you a wallet download for their whatever wallet you can use for their cryptocurrency. And a lot of those wallets will have a ledger option so that you can store the private keys on a ledger or a Trezor. There's a lot of third-party wallets that support Trezor. Monero is another one and it supports Trezor and Ledger. But those are all, like I said, I guess the big answer is just go straight to their website and download their wallet and see if it interfaces with a ledger. It's a learning curve, all of it. Jim Shoemaker asked about Cardano and the Yori wallet, and will he need to convert his Cardano when it goes mainnet? I don't believe there's any sort of conversion of the token, the Cardano token itself, right? It's not like it's an ERC20 token that needs to be converted into a mainnet token. I believe the Cardano token has always kind of had its own blockchain mainnet, right? They're just upgrading it. So I'm sure there'll be an upgrade path for that. I don't think you'll have to do anything severe. I think it'll probably most likely just be a matter of downloading the latest wallet for your platform. Like the latest Yori wallet will probably support the new mainnet. And whatever tokens you already own will probably be fine. But I'm just kind of guessing there. But I've said this before, no coin that's worth its salt is going to suddenly make its existing tokens obsolete, right? They would just go out of business if that happened, right? So no one is going to like lose their tokens are not going to become worthless. So I would say not to worry too much about that. You might do better to move your Cardano into a Daedalus wallet. It's a desktop-based wallet, and the Daedalus wallet will support the Cardano staking. I don't know if Yori or Ledger Live will support staking for Cardano in the near future. I mean, they don't. Ledger Live doesn't support staking. Doesn't support Cardano at all in Ledger Live, right? So let alone staking, right? So my suggestion is you're probably better off keeping your ADA in the Daedalus wallet, right? And then when Daedalus upgrades, they'll upgrade the Daedalus wallet, and whatever tokens are in here will be compatible with the new mainnet, right? And if you've got them in Yori and they're stored on a ledger, you can continue to do that. I don't think it should be any issue, but you probably won't be able to stake them, right? So probably if you want to do the staking, which is like the main, the new thing, right? You'll probably want to do that in Daedalus, right? And like I said, staking may come to Yori or Ledger Live as well, all right, down the road. We'll see. All right, so I decided that tonight I'm going to buy some comp token, which is one of these DeFi tokens, right? Now it's expensive, right? I usually try to go with a cryptocurrency that's cheap, like it's a penny or whatever, so I can buy like a bunch of it so that if it ever goes to $1, I'll be rich or whatever. But I don't know if that's logical or not. I guess, I can't afford to buy even one of them tonight. I mean, I might at some point in the future try to acquire one of these. But I mean, the main cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, requires you've got to plop down quite a bit of money just to get yourself one Bitcoin. And I'm all into that, right? I believe Bitcoin is acquiring one Bitcoin is a great financial goal for most people, all people, really. For me, I don't know. Um, some people can't take the volatility. So, and it's expensive. So why not try to acquire some of this comp token? Like I said, I don't know whether comp is a great investment right now. I just know it is one of those coins that has popped up on the radar when they talk about DeFi. And I think that there's something you can do with these coins that you can generate wrap tokens or whatever. I don't know. It's sort of like staking, and it's sort of like a little money machine with a crank on it. But of course, it's not a get rich quick scheme, really. It is it's like an investment scheme, but it's like any sane person that's got some capital of any kind, whether it's, even if it's dollars or whatever. You want to put your capital into something that's going to generate some return for you, right? And these new DeFi coins can do that if you can deal with all the smart stuff. Anyway, so we just want to get our hands on some of this, right? And okay, I got a coin. I want to buy it, right? We'll talk about where we're going to store it after that, right? Well, we want to get our damn hands on this coin. How are we going to do that? Right? So we can scroll down here a little bit and look. You can see here in CoinGecko.com, which is a great website for checking out coins. They'll give you charts and everything else. If you go over here to the Markets tab, it'll list all of the cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy this particular coin, right? And I noticed that Coinbase Pro is at the top here. Now, there is a fee for Coinbase. But I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet because to save us a little time. Now, Coinbase Pro is the professional version of Coinbase. So I'm going to give you kind of an overview of how Coinbase and Coinbase Pro sort of work together. Now, to buy directly in Coinbase Pro, you need to wire some money into your account, and it has to clear your bank. So I don't have time to do that tonight, so I'm going to show you the quick and easy way to get some money into Coinbase Pro. If you guys want to go with that, right? Let's do it. Why not? Let me just real quick see what anybody screaming at me. I got somebody. He got mad at me at Tuesday for ignoring him. I'm not purposely ignoring people. I'm just not always checking over here because I got stuff I want to do. Okay, Crypto asked me for a picture of me. Okay, Crypto. Okay, Alex N. Crypto asked me for a picture of me and the card, and they approved me, but now the withdrawal still pending for 3 days. What do you think happened? I think what happened, crypto, well, you say crypto with a K. I don't know what you mean by that. But let's just put it into perspective. And I've explained this a few times on the live stream before. Cryptocurrency purchases and transfers are irreversible, which means there are no takebacks. Like if I go to the store and buy a pair of jeans and I get home and I change my mind, I can just go back to the store and say I want to return these jeans. And if they say no, I can just call my credit card company and reverse the charges, right? Screw them. They won't take the jeans back. So I'm going to call my credit card company and reverse the transaction, right? People do that kind of stuff all the time. You cannot do that with cryptocurrencies. You cannot take back a cryptocurrency purchase. There are some things in the works that allow you to do that, but we won't go into that. But let's just say, as it stands right now, most cryptocurrency exchanges are irreversible. All right? So when you get on an exchange and you identify yourself, you verify your identity, and you make a purchase through your bank, all right, they are going to wait for that cryptocurrency. They're going to wait for that bank transfer to clear, because if they just let you withdraw the cryptocurrency right away, then you could call your bank and reverse the charges, right? It may not be the moral or the honest or maybe even the legal thing to do, but you can do that, right? And after you've already got the Bitcoin withdrawn into your own wallet, there's no way they can get it back. So that's why they put a hold on withdrawals if you've made a cryptocurrency purchase using a bank, right? You have to let the bank transfer clear before they'll let you buy the withdraw the cryptocurrency from the exchange, right? They let you think it's yours, right? The transaction will go through, and you'll see the Bitcoin in your account, but you won't be able to withdraw it. Now I'm going to show you how to get around that using Coinbase today, because we're going to use the debit card option, which happens right away and it clears right away, and they'll let you withdraw, right? So we'll address that. But if you've used a bank transfer, they have to wait for the bank transfer to clear before they'll allow you to withdraw. Right? That's just the way things work in the crypto world. Because if they allow you to take that Bitcoin out of your account, there's no way they're getting it back. Right? Zorro, I have a question about Ledger Live. If you have two different ledgers with different BTC accounts, can you use them together with one Ledger Live? And do you see both BTC accounts together? Yes, 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 and yes. Right? Before I buy this comp, we'll go ahead and launch our Ledger Live. Although I don't think we'll use Ledger Live to store the comp. All right. So you can have multiple Bitcoin accounts. You can create multiple Bitcoin accounts in Ledger Live, and they can be associated with different devices, right? There's no limitation on that. You could have 7 different devices with accounts in the same copy of Ledger Live, right? I don't believe at the moment. I think this Ethereum account is associated with a different device. So this is my main Ledger device. It's connected to my computer, and it's associated with most of these accounts. But I can just as easily connect a different device, right? I could connect my old Ledger Nano S and create an empty Bitcoin account on that by choosing Add Account, Bitcoin, and then it wants you to connect the device and enter the Bitcoin app. So at the moment, I believe I'm in the Bitcoin app on this guy right now, right? So it's scanning this device, right? And you can see there's a lot of Bitcoin, empty Bitcoin accounts on there that over the years that I've added, yeah, right? Now, I could do the same thing with this device in the same copy of Ledger Live. So I could plug this guy in, enter the PIN, and then do another add account, but this time have it scan this device and create Bitcoin accounts associated with this device in the same copy of Ledger Live. And then you just have to keep track of them on your own. You have to remember, I used this particular account is associated with my Ledger Nano S. So it might make sense to rename it, right? You can edit that. We can call it Ledger or Nano S Ethereum. I won't put lost on there. I don't know why. I just named it that because I had forgotten about it at some point. All right. Oh, no, we don't want that, right? Nano. Right. And so let's say this particular account here, this account, let's just say this one was, I haven't put anything in it. Let's just say that this account, Ledger S, or Nano S, pardon me. Right. I created an account that was connected to this Ledger S. The private keys for this Bitcoin account are on this Ledger S, and it's empty, and I can put Bitcoin in there. And I can put Bitcoin in this one, which is on the Ledger X, and I can manage them both in Ledger Live. No big deal. All right? You can do that. All right? And you can transfer Bitcoin back and forth between them, whatever. You just have to remember that when you send crypto out, you need to have the original device connected. Otherwise, it will tell you there's an error, right? It's going to look for the private key for that account. So it looks to the ledger that created the account. Right? But you can add multiple Ledger accounts connected to different devices in one copy of Ledger Live and then just manage them. Right? Okay, so let's go down a little bit. Let me go ahead and oh yeah, they were talking about comp and how that works. Like I said, I don't know how it works very well, right? But I'm going to buy some, right? I'm going to get my hands on some. All right, let's do this, right? All right, so it's you can get it on Coinbase Pro. So let's do Coinbase Pro. Let's go over to our Coinbase Pro account. And let's get ourselves logged in. I was already logged in. Okay. They didn't even log me out. Well, that's good. All right. So, like I said, in order to get some money into this account, I need to wire some in, right? If I hit deposit and I say deposit US dollar, I'm going to need to use my bank account, which takes 3 to 5 days, or a wire transfer, which typically takes 1 business day. Both of these are delayed, right? We want to move this comp right away, right? But I can do it from Coinbase Pro right away, right? So let's try that option. So let's go over to Coinbase Pro, right? So Coinbase is probably one of the easiest ways to buy some cryptocurrency if you are new, right? They don't have every cryptocurrency, but they have the big ones, right? Now I need to get into my two-factor authentication here real quick. We'll do that, right? My Google Authenticator. So here I am. All right, so let's go over into the portfolio here. And as you can see, there's a little bit of Bitcoin in here. Let's buy more than we thought, right? I was going to buy, let's go ahead and trade. Let's buy some Bitcoin. Let's buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. And instead of bank, let's use debit card. Because a debit card, even though my limits are lower, will allow me to withdraw the funds right away. So let's do that. And notice here it's going to charge me $2, right? I could have done this on Crypto.com with no fees, but I'm going to, I need to show you how to do things on different platforms, right? You all see me do Crypto.com, right? So let's do a Coinbase purchase tonight, right? So we're using our debit card, so it'll be right. So we'll gain control of the Bitcoin right away if we use our debit card, right? That's why I'm doing the debit card. But I'm going to incur a $2 fee. All right, so we'll hit buy now. And hopefully it won't deny me here. All right, boom, got it. All right, so we got that $50 worth of Bitcoin. Now, it's not quite 50 because they took the $2 out. All right, so there we go. This is what we got now. Let's consolidate a little bit. Let's take this Ethereum. Let's trade the Ethereum for Bitcoin. Can we do that? No, I guess not. All right. I guess I can't do that. I thought you could trade one for the other. So convert. Let's try that. Okay. Yeah, let's convert from Ethereum. Let's convert all the Ethereum that we've got into Bitcoin. Right? I can handle that. That worked out, right? Let's hit convert now. Now, it might have been cheaper to do this on Coinbase Pro. But whatever, right? Just trying to get things consolidated here. Now, let's go back to the main portfolio. This US dollar, I don't know if I can take that too. Let's see if I can do that. Let's buy with my US dollar. Where is it? Were they going to let me do that? I guess not. That's kind of weird. US dollar, deposit or withdrawal. No, I don't want to do that. I'd like to just, convert. Can I do that? Convert from, no. Ugh. Okay. Sell US dollar? No. Oh, well. All right. I'll just skip over that. The important thing that I want to do here is I want to get that Bitcoin into my trading account so I can do some trading. Now, I might have probably done better to use a stable coin, maybe, rather than Bitcoin, but that's okay. All right. So I want to make a deposit. So, oh, I need to log in for some reason. Okay, I thought I was logged in. All right, we're back. All right, so let's do a deposit. And we're going to deposit Bitcoin. And we're going to deposit it from our Coinbase account. So let's hit Coinbase account. Right? And in my Coinbase account, there's some Bitcoin, right? We can max it out. Right? That's the amount of Bitcoin in my Coinbase. Now remember, we bought that Bitcoin with a debit card, so it's immediately available for transfer. So we're going to go ahead and deposit it into our Coinbase Pro account. All right. Okay, so we're done. All right. Now we want to buy some of that comp, right? So let's go over here. Let's hit comp. All right, and there's two trading pairs. There's US dollar and there's BTC. Right, so we've got BTC. We want to buy as much comp as we can, right? So I'm going to hit max over here. I hope that's going to work for me. I don't think they have market or a limit controls on here. Maybe they do. I don't. Oh yeah, here it is. Market, limit, and stop, right? I'm going to use market because it'll just execute right away. Let's hit buy order. Hopefully this will work. And let's go back to our portfolios. And there we go. We got compound. All right, so we got $79 worth of compound in our Coinbase Pro account now. All right, so, but I want to withdraw this to my own wallet because I'm that kind of person, right? I want this to be in my own cryptocurrency wallet, right? So how are we going to do that? All right, so I need a wallet that's compatible with comp. I don't believe it's supported on Ledger Live, but we can double check just to make sure. Let's go to ledger.com, right? And let's go to crypto assets and search for comp. Maybe it is. I don't think that's it. No? Crowded machine token? I don't think so. All right, but I do know somewhere where it is supported. And it, whoops. Oh, yeah. Wait, let's do this. Oh, I need to, okay. There we go. You can store comp in the Trust wallet. So I'm going to go over to my Trust wallet. I'm going to open that guy up. All right. Now, how do I get comp support in this wallet, right? I don't have any empty comp wallets in here. So what you do is you go up to the top right there where they've got those little settings icons. It looks like little gears or whatever they want to call them. Very top right. And then we can manage, right? This is where you can enable and disable the different cryptocurrencies that are supported. So I'm going to type in comp. Where is this damn thing? Here it is, right? I'm going to enable comp, and then I'm done. It's kind of weird that then I'm going to cancel. Usually cancel means that whatever you chose goes away, but not in this wallet, right? Once you've enabled it, we've slid that bar over, that it'll be there, right? So let's go back here, and where'd it go? Is it in there? Yeah, down in there at the bottom, comp. All right. So now I've got a wallet that I can store my comp in. So how do I get my comp in this wallet? So let's do receive. Let's hit receive. And there's the address, right? Now it's they got a QR code there. If I had a different phone, I could scan that QR code or maybe hold it up to my webcam, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to share the address with myself. Now I could also, type that address into Coinbase Pro and do a withdrawal manually, but I'm not going to do that. That's error prone, right? I'm going to share the address with myself so that I'll have access to that address and I can copy and paste it into my Coinbase Pro, right? Let's put this guy over to the side here for a moment. Let's go back up here. Whoops, sorry. Let's go back up here. Let's go to my mail, right? Where are we here? There it is. All right, there's my comp address. I'm going to copy that into my clipboard. That's funny. That looks like a Ethereum address, but it's not, apparently. All right, so I'm going to withdraw this comp, right? I'm going to withdraw. There's my comp. And to a crypto address, right? I've got a pretty high daily limit, right? Don't have to worry about that. From my default portfolio to my comp address, paste. Now, a lot of people get confused here. It's kind of weird. It doesn't go in until you click use this address. I don't know. It's just kind of odd interface. But I'm going to click use this address. And you'll notice there that Coinbase Pro evaluates it as being a valid comp address, right? So let's do a max, right? I'm going to work without a net tonight and just fell swoop transfer the entire balance at once, right? I'm not even going to do a test. But my advice to all of you is always do a small test transaction first in order to make sure that it's going to show up at your destination, right? You don't want to lose, $500 worth of a cryptocurrency that you sent to the wrong type of address or something weird like that, right? You don't want that to happen. It might happen to me, right? I'm going to take that chance, right? So there's lots of drama going on here. We'll see. So let's hit withdraw. Now I need my two-factor authentication from my Google Authenticator. So we'll go back over to Google Authenticator. We'll get, and this is my Coinbase two-factor, right? So if you look over here, I only have one code for Coinbase, but it works in Coinbase Pro, right? So there it is, 3340311, right? We'll hit withdraw comp, and hey, it did it. Okay, so that's cool. All right, and we'll hit done there, and our comp should go to 0. We got nothing. Oh, look, I got 18 cents worth of Bitcoin in there. It's 96% of my portfolio. Let's put this guy back over here. Let's switch back to our Trust wallet, and we'll see. It says it's an ERC20 token. That's kind of weird. I may have just been able to put it in Ledger Live that way. Okay. Yeah. But we did something a little different, right? We didn't do Ledger Live tonight. We always do deposits in Ledger Live. But we just do something a little different, right? And there's some more stuff I want to talk about in Ledger Live, so we'll go through that a little more. There were some questions about kick tokens and stuff like that, so I'll show you how to manage that kind of stuff, right? I don't know when it will come in. I'll just keep an eye on it. Yeah, the balance will go up when we get it. All right. I'll just keep an eye on it over on the side there. We'll go over to. Did it happen? No. Go over to Ledger Live, and we'll talk a little bit about managing ERC20 tokens. And I did want to just check here. So if I go to Ethereum main and choose Add Token, then comp is probably in there. No, it's not. COMP. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. I guess I couldn't have done it there. I may have been able to transfer it into this Ethereum wallet, but not in Ledger Live, right? It wouldn't show up in Ledger Live. It would show up in my Ether wallet or something else like that. I don't know. But let's take a look at managing tokens here. So if we go over here to the settings, and then we go to accounts, I can hide tokens that have 0 balance, right? So if you notice there in Ethereum main, there are some tokens that are at 0 balance, right? None of them have a balance that are $0 yet, thank goodness. But yeah, I've got some 0 balance there. So let's go over to settings. Let's go back to accounts and just turn that on. And then we can go back to accounts and see that it's nice and clean, right? Those 0 balance coins are not there anymore, right? And then also in the accounts interface here, I can hide tokens that I don't want to see, like kick token. And then I hid some of these Tron tokens, just as a demo a couple weeks back, right? So let's see if I unhide Kick, right? We can go back to accounts, and then I don't see it there. Maybe I got to refresh or turn it. Oh, there, it was there. Yeah, it's there. Let's turn this up. Yeah, there's Kick token down at the bottom. Now, notice that Kick token does not display any US dollar value. They fixed that, right? Because Kick tokens were showing up with a US dollar value, and Kick tokens are just spam tokens. You can't move them. So they may show that they have a value on the KuCoin exchange, but you can't sell them, so it's just pointless, right? Spam token. So not only did Ledger fix the problem that they're no longer showing US dollar value, they even allow you to hide them by, you can right click on the token and just hit hide token so you don't have to see it anymore, right? Which is what I had done before. So that's nice, right? Now I'd like to also draw your attention to this data coin here that I'm storing in Ledger. It also does not show me US dollar value, but that's just because Ledger doesn't support that coin yet. There's no exchange that Ledger queries that will give them an accurate US dollar value of data coin, right? You can store it in your Ledger Live. It's transferable in and out, and you can see I have a balance. It just doesn't show me the US dollar value. It doesn't mean that it's worthless. It just means that Ledger doesn't support the price discovery of this particular coin, right? They might add that later. They did that with this one, Solve. A few weeks back, it was also no US dollar value, but they added support for it. So it's kind of a process, right? So don't get freaked out when you don't see a US dollar value for your coin. Doesn't mean it's worthless. It just means Ledger doesn't support the dollar value of that coin. Still waiting for my comp. Oh, there it is. All right. I'm starting to get nervous, right? All right, so there it is. Compound has arrived in our Trust wallet. It moves to the top, right? Because that's the coin that has the most value at the moment, right? So there we go. So we saw a coin that we wanted, right? We had to figure out where we could buy it. We had to figure out the best way to buy it. I chose a demonstration of how to buy something on Coinbase and or Coinbase Pro immediately with your debit card. I might have done better if I'd have bought a stable coin on Crypto.com and used the stable coin to buy the comp, right? There's all kinds of strategies to maximize your tax benefit or whatever, but I'm kind of a Bitcoin guy, so I chose Bitcoin because you can transfer Bitcoin almost any exchange, right? If there's an exchange that has a coin I want, I can buy some Bitcoin and use that Bitcoin to fund my trade, right? That's not always tax beneficial. More people are doing it now with stable coins. I guess I'm kind of a dinosaur, but we used Bitcoin, right? And then we decided we needed to find a wallet where we could store our newly acquired cryptocurrency. And so I chose Trust Wallet because I knew that they supported Compound, right? There might be some other wallets out there that support Compound. But anyway, I found a wallet that supported the coin I wanted, and then I transferred the coin into my wallet by doing a withdrawal from the cryptocurrency exchange. So, and I've done that many times on the live stream. So that was the big thing I wanted to do tonight. I'm just going to go over and look and see what you guys are asking. Probably somebody's mad at me because I haven't answered their question. Mr. David is here. Good afternoon, Mr. David. It's good to have you here. I don't see Scott here yet, but Mr. David and Scott have been longtime loyal viewers of my live stream, so God bless them. All right, so let's go back up. I'm scrolling up in the chat window to see a the questions that I missed. When you borrow using BTC, you are selling calls. So if it moves substantially higher, you are essentially selling your BTC at an agreed price prior to the run, so could easily get beat out of the gain. Yeah, I'm not a huge trader, but I know that you can borrow Bitcoin on exchanges to do trading. Fallout alert, because I watch a lot of Fallout 76 YouTube videos. I'm more than just a crypto dad. I play games and I do builds and stuff. I like a lot of things. All right. I have a problem with my Ledger Nano S when I'm sending crypto. Another wallet. Error message coming always. That's a pretty non-specific question. I need to sort of know a little bit more about what you're getting, but I'm going to throw out some pointers there. All right. And this was MC Macrodeep. Okay. So let's go back into Ledger Live. A lot of people, when they're using Ledger Live to send crypto, they don't always coordinate everything the way it's supposed to be coordinated, right? It's not simple. But the main idea is that the private keys of these accounts are stored on the device. So a lot of people forget to connect the device when they're trying to send, and they're going to get an error message saying there's a problem because the device isn't connected. Now, Ledger Live usually will try to walk you through stuff like that. Like, for instance, if I think I'm in the Bitcoin app. Let me get out of Bitcoin, right? Let's say, well, there's no Bitcoin in that account for me to send. Let's just do Tron, right? Let's say, okay, I want to send some Tron. Doggone it, I need a Tron address. I think I can use the one I can use this one. I'll just fool it, right? If I try to send to a Tron address, and it's the same. It doesn't like that. Okay. Trying to do a quick demo won't let me do it. Okay. Okay, so if there were some Bitcoin in here and I tried to send it out. Oh, wait, I can do this. All right, so yeah, let's say that I want to send to this one. There's an address, right? And I want to, whoops, sorry. Let's go back over to this guy, Bitcoin main. Let's say I wanted to send out from this account, and it's going to complain that there's nothing in there, right? And I hit continue. Ugh, doggone it, it's still not going to. It'll usually say connect your device, right? And if the device is already connected, it'll say something like, you need to quit the app you're in and get to the Bitcoin. Now, if you're trying to use the wrong device that's not associated with that account, you're going to get an error message that says there was a problem. So I don't know what's going on with you, Macrodeep77, but there's all sorts of reasons why you could have problems sending out. But it's, the main thing is make sure your device is connected and that you're in the appropriate app. Barring that, you want to make sure that that your computer's in good working order, that you've got, all of the, your apps are all up to date, you're using the latest version of Ledger Live, that the firmware on your device is up to date. There's all sorts of preparatory things that you need to do for transactions to be smooth, right? So if you go over to Manager, it should, and I have my, oops. Right, Manager will tell you whether you and your device is connected. It will tell you how much room is on the device, what the version of the firmware of the device is, and whether or not it needs to be updated. So if it needs to have the firmware updated, that could be part of the issue, right? So make sure you're running the latest firmware on this device, right? You do that in the manager. And if you go to portfolio and there's a blue bar at the top that says that Ledger Live has an update available, you should update Ledger Live, right? And if you're using Windows 7, please upgrade to Windows 10, please. There's no reason that anyone should be using Windows 7 anymore. It's not supported anymore. I know it's a pain, but you need to get with the program, guys. You know, you're dealing with cryptocurrency, which is a high-end technology. You need to have a machine that's running Windows 10. I mean, just go to Best Buy and get a $300 desktop, or whatever. But yeah, running Windows 7 is a problem for Ledger Live. It's a problem in general, but Ledger Live doesn't run right on Windows 7. So if you're running Windows 7, then I would suggest you update but like barring the exact error message that you're getting, I can't give you too much more specific advice. All right, Dave D, is Daedalus Wallet similar to the Monero desktop wallet? Adalite right now through Ledger. The Daedalus wallet, whoops, it's running. Oh, it's over here. The Daedalus wallet is similar to the Monero wallet in that it is a desktop-based wallet. But it does not support the Ledger. Now, I believe they're working on that. I heard from somebody that Daedalus will support, like if I hit add wallet and hit create, there might be an interface where they say use Ledger to hold your private key, and that would be totally cool, right? Then you would be able to manage your manage your ADA, stake your ADA, do all that good stuff, and store the private keys on this device, right? The best of both worlds. You can do that with the Monero wallet, right? So let me see, I might have to. So if the Monero wallet is also a desktop-based wallet, right? I'm just going to cancel this. See, you can create a brand new wallet where the private key will be stored on your computer, or you can create a new wallet from hardware, right? I can create a brand new Monero wallet and tell it I want to use my Ledger or my Trezor. And then the private key for this Monero wallet would be stored on your Ledger device or Trezor device. That would be great if you could do that with Daedalus, right? That would be awesome. But you can't yet. Hopefully they'll add that functionality. But normally a desktop-based wallet that you create out of thin air, supposedly, right, on your computer, the private key is stored on the computer somewhere, right? Encrypted somewhere on your computer, right? So usually most wallets worth their salt will store it in a secure fashion, so it's not vulnerable to hackers. But you're better off with a private key that's stored on a separate hardware-based device than a desktop-based device, as a general rule, right? So I always try to store my cryptocurrency in a wallet like this that's hardware-based, right? Now the Trust wallet is the private key for the Trust wallet is stored on the phone, right? But you get a backup phrase when you create a brand new Trust wallet, so that if I lose the phone or damage the phone, all this crypto is safe, right? It can be recovered with my recovery phrase on a new phone, right? So there are different ways to store cryptocurrency, each having its pros and cons, right? This wallet is very convenient. I can carry it around with me everywhere. It's quick, fast, and easy, right? Ledger, I kind of need to be home, although I can use the Ledger X with Bluetooth, but it's a little more secure, right? And then there's the desktop wallet, which works on my computer. It's not, of course, not portable at all. but I just need to make sure that my computer is in good working order. It's got secure, no viruses or malware, adware, spyware. You know, you got to take care of your equipment if you're going to be, you know, using it to store value, right? So all that stuff has always applied, right? For any computer user, you want to make sure that you keep it updated, you keep it in good working order, all that stuff. All that stuff applies, just like a car, right? Change your oil, get new tires, you know, get new brake pads. You know, you got to maintain your, you know, because it gets you to and from work or wherever you need to go. Same with your computer. Keep it in good working order. Make sure it's, you know, put some time and effort and money into your computer. You take care of your computer, it'll take care of you. I'm done lecturing. Comp vote token, Chinese. Okay, here we go. Let's go down. Dave D. We can transfer and buy immediately in the U.S., but you can't remove the purchased crypto until the transfer officially clears. Yeah, that's good. That's what we've been talking about. Some people don't quite get that, right? All right, so I'm gonna scroll down a little more. Sorry if I missed any. Hi Rex, what's the recording share software you use to have your mobile phone screen in this video? I have a smart. I'm using a software called and I dismissed the. Let me see if I can get it back here. It's called X Mirage, and it's not expensive at all. It's like $15-20. It's a good piece of software. You can let's find it over here. X Mirage. Right? It works really well. I like it a lot, and I'm sure it can do other stuff too. So I would, you know, highly recommend that if you're, you know, if you want to share your phone screen on your computer with others like this. It lends itself very well to me because I can show you guys what I'm doing on my phone. Okay. Use a DEX exchange to exchange ETH to Xcoin ERC instantly on the same address. Yeah, we could have done it that way too. We could have used a decentralized Ethereum exchange to buy that comp. I guess if comp is an ERC20 token, and apparently it is, right? Let's go up here. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an ERC20 token. It's just not like out all over the place, right? We could have used a decentralized Ethereum exchange to purchase the comp. The only problem with some of those decentralized Ethereum exchanges is that there's a little bit of a higher learning curve. You really kind of need to know what you're doing with those. There's no safety guards on those. I've had some people that accidentally offered like a really high price for a low amount of coin before, right? There's kind of a high learning curve on those exchanges, and a lot of times they're like foreign exchanges, and so there's not a lot of good documentation on how they work. There's not a lot of liquidity, not always liquidity on those. So your trades might not go through right away, but there are, you know, pros and cons to every way of purchasing cryptocurrency and or trading cryptocurrency. But that is a great suggestion that we could have bought that comp right on a decentralized exchange in the same wallet, right? It would never, the private keys would never, I mean, the private keys didn't leave anything. But I mean, I would never had to go and buy anything, move money to an exchange. I could have made the swap right within my own wallet. Pretty cool. But a little complicated for the average user. Me being one of them, right? Albert Sky Twins. I was watching another of your videos and I didn't know you were live. Haha. Hello from Scotland. Haha. Oh, by the way, guys, I wanted to point this one out. I don't know what I did with that. Where is that? Oh, did I get rid of that? Let me see. Did I put it over here? Yeah, here we go. A lot of people asking me about Michigan, right? I live in Michigan now. So this is a pretty cool story, and I put it down in the description just so you guys can see this story, right? Great. Where were we? When you want to tour Europe but Europe won't let you in, right? Right? Europe has blocked U.S. Tourists, right? Because of COVID, right? We're gonna make them sick, right? But you can just tour Michigan. There's Dublin, Paris, Sparta, Pompeii, Moscow, Manchester, Chelsea, Milan, Detroit. I don't know about Detroit. I don't know if there's Detroit somewhere else. Utica, Elba. So that's a pretty good tour of Europe. But they missed Holland, right? Someone mentioned that. Hey, you missed Holland. You couldn't have gone to Holland, right? So yeah, if you're into Michigan, right? This is a pretty cool little Reddit post. That's pretty cool. All right. So, but that's really not crypto related at all. Okay, 76 watching and only 25 likes. Come on, guys, show a little love. Karma's a wonderful thing, even if it's a placebo thing. Thank you, Q Tunneler. That's very nice of you. Jason Lewis, don't have to apologize for being late. I didn't get the video scheduled till a few hours ago. I should start scheduling them earlier in the week so you guys will be aware of them. But I mean, for those of you who are regular viewers, I'm doing them every Saturday now at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. I just started that about a month ago. And it seems to be working out better. I'm getting more viewers, and I moved the time a little earlier, so I think that's helping people in Europe so that they don't have to stay up so late. So more power to my viewers in Europe. I'm really glad. I get a lot of people that ask me questions in the comments and stuff from different countries. So that's really cool. Should I upgrade my Ledger Nano S? Chris Patton Walker asked that. Now, the answer is it depends on you, right? It depends on if you're running out of room on the device, that's your main impetus, right? If you're just storing Bitcoin on a Ledger Nano device, and you've got plenty of room for the app. What am I doing? There is another CryptoDad, actually. Recover Ledger. There it is, Recover Ledger. You might want to check this video out. All right. So basically what I've done here is if you decide you want to upgrade to a Ledger Nano X, you don't have to transfer all of your coins from one ledger to the other. You just have to recover the new ledger using the 24-word recovery phrase of your previous Ledger Nano S, and then all of your wallets are magically on the new device, right? So, but should you upgrade? If you're running out of room and you have to shuffle apps on and off to manage all the cryptos you want to manage, then yes, that used to happen to me a lot, right? Let's say I had Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, right? And then I wanted to add Stellar. But Stellar app wouldn't fit on my Ledger Nano S. So I had to delete the Litecoin app off and then add the Stellar app. But if I wanted to sell Litecoin or move Litecoin, I'd have to go back into the manager, delete the Stellar app, and re-add the Litecoin app. It didn't destroy the private keys, but in order to manage the accounts, I needed the app to be active, right? So if you're running out of room on your Ledger Nano S, then yeah, it's probably a good idea to go to the Ledger Nano X. The Ledger Nano X has more room for apps. You can hold like 20 or 30 on there. It has a bigger screen. So if you're a first-time purchaser, I would recommend just getting the X, right? If you already have an S and it's working just fine for you, I would say just you're good, you're golden. But if you're running into that issue where you're running out of room and you're having to swap apps around, or you just want a bigger screen, right? Or you might want to add more cryptocurrency down the road, and you'll probably want more room for apps, then I would say maybe upgrade from the S, right? Now, we were in here earlier, the manager, and it gave me a breakdown of all of the apps that are stored on here, right? And how much room they're taking up. So you can see I've got quite a few of them with quite a bit of free space. So definitely the Ledger Nano X has more room and a bigger screen. So that was enough for me. Yeah. But like I said, if the S is working out for you, and all you've got is maybe Bitcoin and Litecoin and maybe some Ethereum, then there's no reason to run out and upgrade, right? Unless you just want a cooler device with a bigger screen that holds more apps, right? But and like I said, you can easily restore your wallets to the new device by just doing a restore rather than like an initialize, right? You would set the device up as a restore as opposed to a new empty separate wallet, right? And that video that I linked to gives you a step-by-step on that. Real easy to do. Can you, I'm sorry, Alex N asked, and I hope I'm catching up to all of your questions, guys. Alex N says, can you access your ledger on a different computer without having to put in your seed words? And the answer to that is yes. You can install Ledger Live on multiple machines, and then all you have to do is connect the existing device and do add account, right? You just connect the device. Your Ledger Live on the new computer will be blank, right? When you first install Ledger Live, it's just blank, right? There's no accounts in there. But if you have an existing device, you can simply connect it and choose add account and add all of the wallets that you have on the other machine, right? And you can do this indefinitely, right? You can do this as many machines as you want to. But just make sure that they're all secure and that they're machines that you control. Now, also, even if like say I have this all these accounts on a machine at my parents' house, my parents wouldn't be able to. They could see my balance and they could see when I deposit more cryptocurrency in these accounts, but they can't move crypto off unless they have this device in their hand, right? So this is the key to the car, right? You can't drive the car unless you have the keys. You can't move crypto unless you have the device connected to your computer. It signs transactions, right? But you can I could put this Ledger Live on a laptop if I were going out of town and wanted to manage my crypto or check my crypto when I'm out of town. That's fine. Just install Ledger Live, and then the trick is use the add account feature. A lot of people will install Ledger Live on a new machine that got their machine fried, so they buy a new machine and they install Ledger Live, and then they're wondering, where's all my crypto? Well, the crypto's fine. The crypto's on here. You just have to hit add account and let it scan the device for all the wallets. And thank you for that tip. It looks like anonymous tip. Let's see who did it. Sender Sock. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. The Atomic Wallet. Let's take a look at that. Right? Ledger, I don't know when they did this, but they fairly recently added support for Cosmos. So if you go to Ledger, let's go back here. Whoops. Ledger.com. Crypto assets. And let's do Atom. All right. So they now support Atom natively, right? You can, there's an Atom app that you can put on your device, and then you can create an empty Atom account and store your Cosmos Atom in there. So I did a video on that earlier this week. You guys can check that out. It's a pretty cool video. I don't know how many, I don't know what I'm doing over here. But anyway, so that's a thing now, right? So I did that. I did a video on that. And let's take a look in our Ledger Live. And the interesting thing I wanted to, and I haven't checked it yet, was that I set up staking in the Cosmos account. But then today I bought a little more Atom and transferred it into this wallet. So let's see what happens. Did it go into the staking, or did it go into a separate spendable area? Let's see. So let's go into Cosmos here. Here's my Cosmos wallet. And sure enough, right? So what happened here is that if you look here, last operations, that I transferred 17, approximately 17 Atom into this wallet, and they've got it split up here. So I've got the delegated assets that I delegated in the video, and then I have the available balance, which is the Cosmos that I could move if I wanted to, or sell if I wanted to. It has not been delegated. I simply transferred it from an exchange into this wallet. And so that's kind of cool, like it's separated out. So when you first create an empty Cosmos wallet and put a little Cosmos in there, you'll have a third button up here that says Earn Rewards. And that's how you start this whole staking thing, right? When you click Earn Rewards, it'll open up an interface that will allow you to choose a validator. I chose Castle Node, right? And I can click that link. It'll kind of tell me a little bit about Castle Node, what kind of node it is and everything. Here's, I think I clicked, I didn't expect that to happen. But over here on the right is Manage, right? So I can redelegate, undelegate, or claim rewards. Now it looks like I also have this add, which should allow me to add this available balance to my delegated balance. So let's do that. Let's hit add. And there's 17 Atom available. So let's max that out and just kind of put it in the same delegator that I'm already using, right? I could put that balance into a different delegator if I wanted to, right? Lots of delegators out there that are willing to pay you interest if you delegate with them. Now remember, when you delegate a cryptocurrency that supports it, like Atom or Tezos, you are maintaining control of the private key of that cryptocurrency, right? So you're able to delegate it right out of your wallet. It's sort of like the bank paying you interest on money you have stashed in your mattress, right? That's obvious. A bank would never do that, right? But in the digital world, you know, the blockchain and the internet and all that stuff make this possible, that I can hold the crypto in my own wallet where I control the private key and still lend it out to somebody else for them to use it to empower their network node, right? Really cool. I maintain complete control. I can undelegate at any time I want to. All right. So let's go ahead and add this to our balance. Now, here's where I need to authorize this, right? This is where the device comes in. And this may be what, like some people might be having issues. You try to do something like this without the device connected, you're going to get error messages and all kinds of stuff like that. Let's turn on the secondary camera. Let's zoom on in here. Oops, upside down. All right. All right, so here's my device. I need to get into the Cosmos app in order to authorize this delegation. Right, so I'm going to use this button to navigate over. Should have gone the other way because Atom is at the very end of the list. All right, there it is, Cosmos. I'll hit both buttons. Right, and then I'm in the Cosmos app. And Ledger Live should see that. And now I've got the view transaction on my device, right? So I'm going to move over one by hitting this button. There's the type, another, the amount, another. There's the validator address, there's the memo, the fee, and then I hit both buttons here to sign the transaction, right? Hope I did that fast enough. Sometimes it's like it bombs out if you don't do all that fast enough. Okay, so I've successfully delegated my assets. I can hit view details, kind of see a breakdown of that on the Atom blockchain, right? But let's go back over here to the wallet and see if that got updated. There it goes. Oh, there's like a little bit left in there. It's kind of weird. I don't know. All right, but that's cool. Now, I've had this going for a few days. So let's see what happens when we claim rewards, right? But once again, we're in a ledger account for Cosmos Atom where we are able to delegate our cryptocurrency and earn some interest on it, right? Much more interest than you would get with a bank, right? If I took $300 and put it in a bank account and just left it there, because of the bank charges and the bank fees, I get to a certain point where that amount would get whittled down because of the periodic bank fees. I wouldn't be earning any interest, even in a savings account. Maybe a savings account, I don't know. But it wouldn't go anywhere. That's for sure. Right? But if it were a checking account, the checking account fees would whittle the balance down to where it got to below their minimum, and then you'd get additional below the minimum fees, and then it would just be gone completely from banking charges and fees, right? Much better to take my $300, use it to buy some Cosmos, store it in my own wallet where I control the private key, and earn interest, watch it grow over time, as opposed to watching it shrink over time, right? That's the promise of cryptocurrency, decentralized, right? And by doing this, I'm earning interest and supporting a decentralized community, right? Not making the bankers richer. All right, so let's hit claim rewards and see what happens. All right, so, I can't. It's too early. It's too soon. Too soon. I need to wait, right? I haven't earned enough to really claim any rewards. So you have to pay a fee to claim the rewards, right? So, and I'm sure it would make fiscal sense in the long run, right? If you waited long enough, right? It's only been a couple of days. So maybe if I wait a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I can claim, a nice little chunk and pay that fee, and it would just be a marginal amount that I'm paying. Wouldn't matter, right? But right now, the fee that I would owe is more than the rewards that I could claim, so I'm not going to do that. Right, so check in with me as we go through time, and hopefully there'll be more of this to go, right? So that's staking. Thanks for bringing that up. I wanted to talk about that, and thank you again, Sidar. Atom versus XTC. What you think? I haven't been staking Cosmos long enough to really have an opinion one way or the other, but I do like this whole split up thing. Now, we were playing around with my Tezos last week, and I guess I undelegated it. So Tezos is another coin that you can delegate. Let's hit earn rewards on that. You can see how this all starts, right? You can earn staking rewards. The account stays yours. You can access your assets at any time. And you can delegate securely with the Ledger device. And, okay, there's a lot of randomly chosen. Randomly chosen. I don't know. How do you change it? Oh, if I hit select? Oh, okay. See, there's more. All right, so there's a lot of delegators out there. And I'm not sure if, yeah, I don't see how I can check who they are. I right click them or whatever. It doesn't allow me to do that. So I would kind of have to uh, like just go over and Google what was it? Melange validator. There we go. Right? So I would have to just manually look up each one of these guys and find out, are they a worthy validator or not, right? How long have they been around? What kind of return do I get? Are they consistent? Are they up or do they go down a lot? There's a lot of research that you can do on each validator before you make your decision as to which validator to use, right? So I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, here's Baking Team. They get pretty high. So we could see Baking Team. Oh, there you go. My Tezos Baker. All you need to choose a baker. That's kind of interesting. All right. So here's kind of a breakdown. Which one? But what the heck? We just choose one. And then I should be able to do this. I did it. I thought I did it last time, and then somehow it didn't work. I deleted the app. All right. So here we go. Ledger is telling me I'm in the wrong app, right? Which I am, right? I'm in Cosmos. I need to get out. So let's hit this button. Let's move over to quit and hit both buttons. Now we need to get into our Tezos app. So let's move over to Tezos. We can find it. I see it there, right? And now that I'm in Tezos, I'll hit both buttons. All right, now that we're in Tezos, it should come up, which gives me the option of signing this transaction. So let's hit this button, fee, the source, the delegate name, storage limit, reject, and accept. Let's hit both buttons. Hopefully this will work. Like I said, sometimes you kind of have to go through those quick. If you play around too much and you wait too long, it'll bomb out on you. Right, I've done it on a live stream a few times. Okay, so it says my delegation was broadcast successfully. Let's hit that and see what happens. All right, so it's kind of dim now, but now it says just started. It might take a little while. These take sometimes a few weeks, months to kind of hit the ground running before you're going to start receiving your benefits, your rewards. All right. And just as I'll end with this on staking. One of my viewers, William, longtime viewer and who has his own YouTube channel, asked me, "Hey, I want to make $50 a day staking Tezos. How much would I need to do that?" And we calculated at these rates, and I think we use 6% as our rate. You would need to have a principal amount of around $300,000 worth of Tezos in your wallet, and then enable staking, and then over time, when everything finally kicks in, it might take a month or two, you would start getting $50 a day, right? That's how we figured it. As you can see, with the small amount that I have, I was roughly receiving 3 cents like every other day, right? So, but in order to do $50 a day, and it may not have worked the way we calculated it, because it doesn't look like the rewards come in every single day, right? It takes longer. So it might take even more than 300,000. Might take 600,000 to get a $50 a day, right? Maybe the 300 would get you $50 every other day. But that was just a back of the napkin calculation, right? So staking is really not a get rich quick scheme, right? It's not like you're going to get rich staking. But if you, let's say you've got 10 grand sitting in the bank and you're the adventurous type who's not afraid of the volatility in the crypto market, you know, and all that stuff. You took that 10,000 and instead of keeping it in the bank, you used it to buy $10,000 worth of Tezos and put that in your wallet and then staked it and started earning 6%. That might be a wise choice. But you have to remember that there's the volatility issue. There's the whole, this is a new technology issue, which means all that Tezos could go to zero. We don't know. It's possible, right? The value of Tezos might go to zero and you would lose your entire investment. Or the price of Tezos could tank and then you're not getting what you could have gotten at the price you bought it at, right? But the flip side of that is that the price of Tezos might go higher and that 10,000 that you initially invested that you were planning on earning 6% interest on could turn into $20,000 and then you're earning the 6% interest on $20,000 worth of Tezos. So it's a gamble, right? So, but it's kind of a safe investment in the sense that you've got the crypto, it's not going anywhere and you're earning interest on it, but nothing's is 100% safe, right? Maybe real estate, but maybe not even that, right? But it's you have to be prepared to lose your entire investment. You have to be prepared for the price to fluctuate drastically, right? But in general, you will be getting more Tezos as time goes by. So if you've got 100 Tezos, you'll be getting increments of Tezos that are 20% of, or I'm sorry, 6% of that. So even if Tezos takes a dive, it might go back up in the future, and all the rewards that you're earning will also go up in value. So just because the price dips down one day doesn't mean it won't go back up the next, right? But it's uncharted territory, are we? Let me look and see what you guys are asking me. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Can you please tell how I can add more Tezos into my already existing staking delegation in Ledger? I think that all you have to do is just deposit some more, right? Okay, well, over here we've got these three dots, right? So receive more, right? We want to put more into the delegation, right? So hit the three dots, hit receive more. All right, the amount received on a delegated account will be added to the total staked amount. Choose another account if you want to avoid this. All right, so basically what they're telling me is if I deposit any money, if I deposit any Tezos into this particular wallet, it will automatically go towards the existing delegation, right? So when we're done here, it just takes us to the receive window, right? We can do the same thing just by hitting receive and adding. See, it tells me when I do a receive, it's going to go straight into the delegation. So the answer is just send some more Tezos into this wallet and it will be added to your existing delegation. Not quite the same with Cosmos, if you remember. You saw that I added some Cosmos earlier today, but it was not delegated until we actually went in here and added it manually to the delegation, right? So each wallet operates a little bit different, all right? Oh yeah, and then we're talking about our investment. We have to take inflation into account, right? So, but you know, the good news is that if the value of the dollar goes down, the value of Tezos relative to the dollar might go up, all right? So a lot of people, when they talk about Bitcoin or the price of Bitcoin, they say they'll say the price of Bitcoin didn't go up. They'll say the value of the US dollar went down, right? So if we have an inflationary spike due to all of this central bank money creation, that we've had in the recent past, the value of the cryptocurrency might go higher as in relation to the dollar, right? But that is something you should take into account with any investment is inflation, right? The 10,000 that you invest today that turns into 20,000 next year might not be a one-to-one correspondence, because that $20,000 may not buy you what $20,000 would buy you today, right? Because of inflation, right? So yeah, we definitely have to take inflation into account in our calculations. The Tezos might have its own inflation. That's true. That's also a possibility, right? They could pump more Tezos into the system. I don't know if there's a cap on the amount of Tezos that can be created. So that could definitely be an issue. Yeah. What is the withdrawal limit on Crypto.com from your fiat wallet to bank account, just in case you have a lot of funds? That's a pretty good question. They have and I don't know the exact answer off the top of my head, but I do know where to look for it because I've asked them the same question. When you're in your Crypto.com account, when you up at the top, you got to be at the home screen. Up in the top left corner is that gear. They've got these settings. You can scroll down to fees and limits down there. So fees and limits is like it goes forever, right? But they're going to give you all of your limits on withdrawals of crypto transfers, bank transfers. These are fees, and then there's limits. So that's where you find all of those, and see, it just goes on forever, right? So to find the specific one for your currency and whatever, okay, I think I saw something there. And it depends on the card even too. So like I've got the Royal Indigo, so in my case it's $25,000 a day, 25,000 a month, 250,000 a year. Okay. All right. That's a really good question, because say you just go crazy and you could withdraw the crypto to your own wallet periodically when you're using Crypto.com. And then if you want to cash out, you can move it back to Crypto.com within the limits, right? So okay, well, I can only withdraw 25,000 a day from Crypto.com, so I'll only move $25,000 worth from my wallet back into crypto, and then I'll move the rest of it over to Coinbase where they have a different limit, right? You spread it around to different exchanges if you're trying to cash out, right? But that's where you would find all those limits and daily limits, monthly and yearly limits, right? Over in fees and limits in your settings, right? Settings, fees and limits. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Everyone has been wonderful. Sorry if I missed any of your questions. I hope that you found this engaging, enlightening, and educational and entertaining. Don't forget, we do this every week. So please join me again, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the live Q&A from Michigan, where you can throw out questions. I'll do my best to get them answered. I'll move some crypto around so you guys can see what's going on. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.